Hey, my name is Matthew Olson, and welcome to Luke Big Hair Studio. Today is another installment of the Fun with a Metronome series that I'm making up as I go along. So, I got a metronome here. This is an analog, the old school, and I've got it. I will tell you. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to put it on 60 beats per minute. Okay, so just so you know, and I like 60 beats per minute. I don't want to get too far into it, but I'll maybe talk about that in a minute. I'm going to set this down where you can see it. You should be able to see it, at least. So, if you're new to music, first of all, you're not. Let me put it that, but if you're new to playing instruments, let's say, then one of the best tools is a metronome. So, but how do you use one? So that's what we're gonna explore here. So I often start my practice with the metronome, and you have to tune yourself to it, right? Because it's a machine. It's not a living, breathing thing. So, let's see. How about this? The first thing we'll do, I'm just going to sit down and close my eyes and listen to it. Okay, so that's just a focusing exercise. It's as simple as that. Now that how about this? Let's see. Let's just walk to it. Every step is one of the clicks, and try to land your foot in the middle of that click, right? Another obvious thing we can do . Now, I tend to look at the metronome a lot, and good or bad, one alternative is to close your eyes and listen, and let's try that. That was actually successful, and I believe that because I literally couldn't hear the metronome because my claps were so loud. So, which tells me that I'm hitting the nail on the head. So, another thing I was thinking of. So let me get into 60 beats per minute real quick. And if you don't know, I live in Alaska, and I have 2 sweaters on. So let's see. So 60 beats. That's that's our second, and there's a reason for that because it's a common resting heart rate. Yeah. So I'm going to try to tune the metronome to my heartbeat. Now, earlier I said tuning yourself to the metronome, which is easier because the metronome is a machine. So trying to tune a machine to a living, breathing organism is always harder. So pretty sure my heart rate's just a little faster. I've had 2 cups of coffee. I promised myself I'd only do 1. And here I am. think I'm still. I'm gonna try going up. I'm pretty sure I got it. Now, the trick, especially with an analog, is you can tune to your heartbeat, but it's a whole lot harder to sync to your heartbeat. So you tune it, you've got the same tempo. In my case, that was 72, but it's not synced, which is to say that my heart rate is offset to the metronome. But actually, it was good because I could feel I'd feel my heartbeat, and then I'd hear the click, and it was even. Okay, almost like if I add the heart rate to the metronome. In one way, you could think that I've now doubled to 144. Yeah. So, I feel like my math's wrong, but I think it's right. Anyways, so I know that it's tuned. It's just not synced. And so I'm only drawing that distinction so that you're aware of it. Because if you're frustrated by this exercise, all the information you have to be successful is going to be to the good. So, anyways, those are just some ideas I had this morning about things you can do with the metronome. As I said, maybe I'm starting a series called Fun with the Metronome, and this would, I guess, be part 2. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you coming by, and I certainly welcome comments. I will promise to read them. So I mentioned this first time I've mentioned them in a video, and I realized that I better back that up if I'm going to say that. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.